Richmond is not the same city as it was even 5 years ago. It's growing fast, and if you're thinking of moving here or just trying to keep up, you need to know where the action is. I'm talking about brand new communities. Some are massive, some are boutique, but all of them game changers. Hey y'all, I'm Holly, a top producing local real estate agent here in Richmond who specializes in helping people just like you find the right neighborhood for their next chapter. Whether you're relocating to RVA or looking for your forever home, I've got the local insight you won't find on Zillow or Google. Although, while you're on Google, feel free to check out my over 35 five-star reviews. I'll wait. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 new and emerging communities in the Richmond metro area that are absolutely exploding with growth. These are spots most real estate agents will miss, but I won't because I'm a relocation specialist, a native Richmonder, and I know RVA like the back of my hand. If you're thinking about moving here, stick around. This video might just help you discover your next home base. Let's start with a community that's generating serious buzz, but you never know it unless you were tapped into the Richmond's westward growth pattern. Sadler Square by Miller & Smith in Western Henrico is one of the newest boutique-style single-family home communities tucked right into the heart of Henrico's Innsbrook corridor. If you're someone who craves that blend of quiet, modern comfort with a close-to-everything lifestyle, Sadler Square is going to surprise you. Here's what makes Sadler Square stand out. Modern, urban-inspired, single-family homes with high-end finishes, wide-open floor plans, and 2-car garages. Nestled near Innsbrook Business Park, Dominion, Capital One, and CarMax. Just minutes from 288, 64, and 295, which makes it ideal for commuters heading downtown, west towards Charlottesville, or south towards Chesterfield. If you're also near Deep Run Park or Echo Lake Park, Shore Pub, and some of the best private and public school options in the region. Most agents, they miss this area completely, but it's zoned for award-winning schools. It's surrounded by new retail and recreation, and unlike Shore Pub, it's still relatively quiet. As a native Richmonder, I know how rare it is to find that mix of peaceful suburban feel and future upside in one place. Why it's a hidden gem? Well, Sadler Square is only offering a limited number of homes, and because Miller & Smith is newer to the RVA scene, most agents aren't watching their builds as closely. But their architecture, their community planning, so sharp. Think high-end finishes, energy-efficient builds, and layouts designed for how people actually live today. So if you're someone relocating from Northern Virginia, Charlotte, or even the West Coast, and you want that fresh start in a place that won't feel overbuilt in 5 years, Sadler Square should absolutely be on your list. Now, I'm going to hop back in the car and tell you about another hidden gem as we head to our next stop. It couldn't be more different. More land, more privacy, less noise. It's southwest of where we are right now in Powhatan County. If you're looking for a little more space, something that doesn't feel cookie cutter, and you've been scrolling Zillow wondering where all the peaceful but modern communities have gone, this next one's for you. Meadow Grove in Powhatan County is one of those neighborhoods that flies completely under the radar, especially if you're relocating and don't have a native Richmonder in your corner. Luckily, you've got me. I recently worked with a couple who were moving from out of state. Their one non-negotiable? Space. They didn't want to feel boxed in. They had an RV, and they definitely weren't interested in stacked vinyl boxes on tiny lots. They'd done the research, or so they thought. I sent them a handful of communities, including one they'd never seen online, Meadow Grove. When they came to town, we toured it, and they immediately knew it was the one. We met the builder, toured the design center, and yep, they wrote an offer. They told me later, we never would have found it if it weren't for you. Here's what makes Meadow Grove special. It's built by vertical builders known for quality craftsmanship, customizable floor plans, and high-end finishes. Homes start in the high 500,000s, set on expansive home sites, great for anyone wanting privacy, space, or flexibility, including RV or boat parking. Nestled in a rural yet connected pocket of Powhatan with views of rolling countryside, mature trees, and quiet streets, the proximity to Fighting Creek Park, riding trails, and local stables are ideal for those who love outdoor living or are part of the equestrian community. Also within 15 minutes of Westchester Commons for a variety of shopping and dining. Most agents won't even mention this one. It's not on the builder's maps. It's not trending online, but that's exactly why I'm showing it to you. But I'm a relocation specialist and a native Richmonder, so I make a point to find communities like Meadow Grove, the ones that actually match your lifestyle, not just your price range. By the way, if you're thinking about moving to the Richmond, Virginia metro area and want this kind of personalized service, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text to the number on the screen. Yes, that is my direct number. You'll be talking to me, not a team or bot. Don't worry about remembering it. It's right on the screen. Text me anytime. I really mean that. And if you're still in research mode, I've put together a free relocation guide that I'll link down below, packed with neighborhood information, school zones, commute times, and more. No strings, just real local insight. So why is Meadow Grove a hidden gem? The charm of Meadow Grove is in the details. The space between the homes, the craftsmanship, and the feeling that you're living in nature and not just next to it. Yet you're still just 15 to 20 minutes from Midlothian and close to Route 60, making commutes or errands easy. For buyers who want that peaceful countryside vibe without being too far from the action, Meadow Grove delivers. It's modern meets rural elegance, and it's one of those places that just feels like home the second you turn onto the main drive. All right, time for a curveball. This next one might surprise you because technically it's hiding in plain sight. You've probably driven past it a dozen times and had no idea what's being built there. Here we are pulling in to our next stop, West Broad Village. Now I know what you're thinking. Holly, isn't West Broad Village already built out? But here's the thing, tucked right behind the shops and restaurants, there's a brand new pocket of single-family homes coming, and they'll be walkable to everything. There won't be many to choose from, around half a dozen or so. If you think this might be an option, be sure to reach out. While we head on to our last stop, I'll share with you about 2 options in Chesterfield County, south of the James River. Harpersville is a master planned community that has quietly become one of the most desirable places to live in the county. I work with a family from Colorado who relocated here last year. They were nervous at first. They thought Chesterfield might feel too far out. But 3 months after closing, they sent me a text that said we finally found our people. And that's the thing about Harpers Mill. It's not just homes, it's community. Here's why Harpers Mill is booming. It spans over 1,200 acres with winding trails, open green space, pocket parks, and even a community amphitheater. The amenity package is next level, a resort-style pool with a splash park, clubhouse, miles of walking trails, and regular community events. Zoned for award-winning schools like Winter Park Elementary and Cosby High School, which is a huge draw for families relocating from out of state with little ones. And multiple builders are in there, including Craftmaster Main Street and Eastwood. They offer diverse home styles and price points from townhomes to large estate-style homes. Magnolia Green is one of Chesterfield's largest and most lifestyle-packed neighborhoods, located in Moseley, right between Hull Street and Woolridge Road. This one's ideal for folks who want it all in one place: schools, parks, amenities, and a strong sense of community without sacrificing design or comfort. I had a client move here from Raleigh recently. They were used to the newer suburban communities, but wanted a better school district and more neighborhood connection. The moment we drove through the front entrance and they saw kids riding bikes, a full pool deck, and even a golf cart or two, they said, "This just feels like where we were meant to raise our family." Here's what makes Magnolia Green stand out. Over 3,000 acres of master plan development with golf, tennis, playgrounds, and pools. The aquatic center is one of the best in the region. Water slides, lap lanes, splash pads galore. Zoned for top-rated Chesterfield County schools, including Cosby High School, its on-site elementary school, and a brand new commercial development nearby to include restaurants, coffee shops, and health services. Wide mix of builders, including Craftmaster, Main Street, and Ryan Homes, offering everything from low-maintenance villas to estate homes. What most agents miss, the scale and cohesion. Magnolia Green isn't just big, it's well thought out. The amenities aren't tacked on as an after the fact. They're central to the community design and regularly used. You're buying into a lifestyle, not just square footage. Why it's an underrated community for relocators? Well, because a lot of out-of-town buyers don't realize how much value they're getting here. Newer construction, resort-style living, great schools for a price that's often lower than Glen Allen or Short Pump, and the neighborhood pride here is strong. Events, food truck nights, golf tournaments, seasonal festivals. You feel part of something the minute you move in. As a native Richmonder, I've watched Magnolia Green evolve from a new build area to one of the most complete communities in Central Virginia. If you're relocating and want that built-in community feel from day one, this should be on your list. Okay, this last stop, it's a personal favorite. You want trails, kayaks, a community that feels like a retreat but still gets Amazon Prime next day? Yeah. This is the one. Let me show you. It blends the convenience of the suburbs with the soul of the outdoors and does it better than almost anywhere else around Richmond. Welcome to Rivermill, a nationally recognized award-winning neighborhood located in Glen Allen, just 10 to 15 minutes from Short Pump and right off of Route 1 and 295. It's modern, it's master planned, and it feels like a breath of fresh air compared to some of the more crowded spots nearby. One of my relocation clients, a military family transferring from San Diego, toured Midlothian and Short Pump first. But when we pulled into Rivermill, they literally said, "We didn't know this even existed." It's like a retreat, and that's exactly what it feels like. Here's why Rivermill is a standout. It's built by multiple award-winning builders, including Stylecraft, H.H. Hunt, and Eagle Construction, offering everything from townhomes like the ones that you see behind me to luxury single-family homes I'm going to walk down the street and show you now. There's access to the Chickahominy River with kayak trails built into the community, an on-site clubhouse, pools, fitness centers, and miles of bike and walking trails. This isn't just green space as an afterthought. It's central to the experience. Walkability, pocket parks, and community events that actually happen, not just mentioned in brochures, are all in this area. Located just across the street from the new Henrico County Sports Complex, this area is on the rise. What most agents miss, though, is that they'll show you Short Pump or Twin Hickory, but they won't mention Rivermill because it's still newer and slightly off the main radar. But that's why it's so special. You get all of the proximity without the traffic or noise. Why is this a hidden gem for relocators? Well, it's one of the few newer communities where the outdoors feels integrated, not just like, here's a field next to a cul-de-sac. Whether you're into fitness, have pets, or just love the idea of a true neighborhood with trees and trails, this place delivers. It even won Community of the Year in Virginia a few years ago. And as a native Richmonder, I can tell you neighborhoods like Rivermill don't come along often. It's thoughtful, it's peaceful, and it's growing fast. If you're relocating and want space, nature, and a real sense of community, Rivermill should definitely be on your short list. That was a lot, I know, but here's the thing. Moving doesn't have to be overwhelming, especially when you've got a local expert in your corner. If any of these communities caught your eye, or you're still trying to figure out which one's right for your lifestyle, I'd love to help. I've helped dozens of families relocate to RVA, and every journey starts with just a quick conversation. Call or text me at the number on the screen. And don't forget to grab that relocation guide below. It's a great first step. And remember, when you reach out, it'll be me you're talking to. I'm happy to answer your questions and be your RVA expert guide.